What's up, YouTube? So today's video is about living in low income. You know, here I am, 27 years old, living in my low income apartment, and I get to see what it's like, the experience, the full experience, of living in low income. But one of my reasons why I hate living in low income is because, the government controls what you make as far as your money you making right now and the money you plan on making in the future. You feel me? They basically need a piece of the pie like you do. So when living in government low income housing, you can't just make the money you want to make without breaking the cut with them. So we gonna talk about that a little bit more after church. Like, it ain't that easy, but it ain't that hard. You basically gotta get in and get out, but don't get comfortable, when you get in. So, you know, low income is basically something that's connected with the government program. It helps with your rent. It keeps your rent at a decent budget, depending on, if you working or not. Because if you is working, your rent will go based off of how many hours you are working at that moment. But if you was to lose a job or if you wasn't working, your rent probably would be just at $0, or it can be at $45, $65, probably the most. So that's some of the benefits of living in low income. But me, I don't like it because you got people in your business when living in low income. As far as, the government itself, the money you making, if you a businessman or a businesswoman and you making money on the side, or you want to work 3 jobs, you want to work 4 jobs, well, all of that income will have to be reported to wherever you stand at. So that's one of the most disturbing things of living in low income right there, is having to report all your income, anything that's attached to your social, basically, because they will find out about it eventually. So if you don't, keep it real with them from the start, that only destroys your name, your your profile of being a person that want to reside at this apartment, because it can mess up things. And they tell you out the blue, you owe us 5,000, you owe us 10,000, because you got all this money that you didn't report to us while living in this low income apartment. So that's some of the very disturbing things that bothers me with living in low income. But other than that, it's alright. But I wouldn't get comfortable with living in low income. I would just say, get on your feet, build yourself up, see what it's like, see if you stable for a job. Because it's definitely for the ones who not stable for a job, you feel me? If you keep losing jobs back to back, or you trying to find that right job, you somebody that probably should be living in low income, But it's a lot of people that's old still living in low income too. Them are some of the people that got comfortable with it, I would say. Not all, but some of them, you feel me? I mean, I don't really know how to put it as far as, wanting to live in low income or wanting to live in a regular housing. It's really your choice of things, but for you to be able to want to be somebody for real in life, making how much money you want to make yourself and having not to report it, compared to, living in a regular apartment. A regular apartment that's not low income, you don't gotta report your jobs, You don't gotta report what you make and what's coming to your social security. You just pay your rent and keep it moving. So if your rent is $850, you just pay your $850 and keep it moving. That's what I'm saying about regular apartments compared to living in low income. Which, living in low income, if I'm working 4 jobs, them jobs gotta be reported. Say I don't report, say I'm working two jobs, but I don't report them other two jobs. Well, basically my landlord, they go find out about it and all that catches up with me, and I've been spending my paychecks and all that, but hey, they didn't find out about them other two jobs, and guess who owe? You. Nobody but you feel me? So that's some of the disturbing things of living in low income. Thank God I ain't have to deal with nothing like that on that much, but you know, I don't see myself living in low income all my life. I am trying to get out of it. It can become a trap if you let it. Some people get comfortable with it, don't want to work a job, just feel like, oh, I'm just going, wake up and live life every day right here in this low income, where it's probably a lot of shootings going on. That's why it's stable as a low income, because it's probably surrounded in a bad area. So pretty much, you gotta think about it. Is that how you want to live? Is that how you want to live your future? Have your kids outside around that type of stuff in that type of environment? Not me, so I'm trying to get out of it. My son right here sleep for real. And I be having to duck a lot of gunshots where I'm at. I ain't gonna lie. I be, having to duck a lot of gunshots in the area where I live at. So living in low income can be risky too, But if you stay out of trouble, stay to yourself, you feel me? You don't have everybody at your house, things can go very good for you. But, like I said, we trying to get out of the low income that we are in right now, because I know things can be way better than that. It's crazy too, because my first apartment was literally right across the street. That building that y'all see through this window. I'm kind of glad that it ain't showing that building, but it was literally right there across the street. So that was my first apartment, and that was low income too. I had moved over there when I was like 18, 19, 20 the most, and then I worked in my way right here into this low income apartment. Let me turn the lights on. Now this is a whole different ball game of a low income apartment. Even though it's low income, I made it look like, a photo shoot lab and everything, a studio lab. I put it in my comfort zone how I wanted it, So it fits me very well. But like I said, I can be doing better than this. But I'm only 27, So I try not to over push myself. But this is my experience of living in low income, Trying to figure it out day by day. Camera lenses, camera batteries, microphones and everything for the camera equipment. IMAX. I still take care of myself and invest into myself and my business while living in low income. But, everything that you see, I had to work for. So not all the money was mine, because, I had to report what I'm making to my office, to the landlord where I'm living at, where I reside at, because I'm living in low income. Whatever money that comes to my social, I have to report to them. So that's the only thing that I hate about living in low income. I wish, I could have did things different, but I also feel like maybe I needed to see things like this and see how it is. And, it also helped me be able to learn how to budget my rent and everything. So it's a lot of good benefits and it's a lot of bad benefits of living in low income. Like I said, I wouldn't get comfortable with it at all. I wouldn't make it a forever thing. I'll just try to get on my feet, make enough money to where you set, find you a job that you set for before you move into that real big house or that regular house you want or that regular apartment you want. Make sure you ready for it, because low income, they do have your back when you lose a job or anything, you know. So that's one of the good benefits about it. But I would like to know y'all opinion about living in low income or living in regular houses, depending on where you live at today, and what it was like when you was living in low income. You know, do you feel like people are getting comfortable with it? Wanting to live in low income all their life? What's your opinions on it? Cause I just gave y'all all my opinions of living in low income. I showed y'all around the house. We in the bedroom right now. Basically, that's my closet right there. My camera backpack right there on the closet. So one bedroom apartment. That's my son's closet right there. I'm trying to get us a different apartment though, to where we got 2 bedrooms instead of 1. Cause right now, he been sleeping in his bed in the corner of my room. We sharing one room. That's pretty much what it's like for me living in low income. My son, he's 6 years old, so he getting big now, so it's definitely time to step things up for me. I've been in low income for about 2 or 3 years, trying to figure out my next move, figuring out, which next step I'm gonna take. But sometimes I do regret living in low income, signing up for it, but then sometimes I be thankful for it. So, like I said, it's a blessing in disguise at the same time, but just don't take advantage of it and get comfortable with it, because doing that will only make you lazy, make you don't want to move, make you don't want to work, make you don't want to be nobody, and make you angry all the time. And we still young, we got a lot of time to figure it out compared to the older ones. I'm talking about people that's in their late 60s going on 70 and all that. We got a lot of time to still figure it out. So you need to be moving around, using these muscles, using your body and all that. You got both hands, both legs. You need to be grateful, man. Get out there and get this money, because it's out there, for sure. But I seen what it's like for other people, older than me, that's living in low income, and I'm seeing what they doing with their life. I'm not saying everything, but I'm seeing a little bit that's, pretty much enough to show what they doing with their life. And you got ones that just, wake up every day, go outside as a grumpy neighbor that's old, and just, talk to theyself, and go back in the house and live life, and don't really go nowhere. They ride their motorcycle or drive their car, but they don't really go nowhere. They don't got no goals. They ain't really working on nothing. They just, stuck in that same one spot, just basically living life, paying rent in one same spot. And that ain't the way I'm trying to go with things, as a YouTuber, a creator. I'm trying to push myself out way better than that, because I know I'm way better than living in low income. But like I said, I appreciate it at the same time. I know God, He gonna make it happen for me, wherever He want me at. So I also been feeling like that, like maybe it ain't the time for me yet, because my credit, it done got me denied for a few apartments, and after that, I done had some crazy things go on in my life to where I wasn't even able to afford rent, to where low income was right there behind me, to help me. So, I take it day by day, step by step, because sometimes I be over pushing myself, thinking I'm ready for things, and I don't be ready myself, But it's all about, figuring things out, realizing things, and focusing. If you ain't focused, I don't know where you gonna be at in life. Don't let nobody overplay you, you feel me? Or belittle you, make you seem like you little dog, because you ain't, you feel me? We all special on this earth, you feel me? Where you living at today in life, I would like to know that as well. As far as the viewers, you might still be living with moms, might be living in grandma's basement, anywhere, So we done all been there too. Me growing up, moving out of my mom's crib, going to go stay with my dad, and then going to go move into my own. Basically, that's how life hits you. That's how life hits you quicker than that. Some people think you got it made and easy, but nah, man, you be having to figure it out like everybody else. You feel me? So shout out the ones who are in low income. If you just moved into low income, because like I said, it ain't a bad thing. It just come with some, terrible, terrible things that's up in it. As far as pouring all your money you make, I don't like that part. Cause I'm a money man. I get up and make money. You feel me? I would love to work all of these jobs without having to report my income, but that's clearly not how it is. And on top of that, on the business side of things, of having the LLC, that got to get reported too. You feel me? Just because it's with an EIN and not your social, it still have to get reported. Why? Because you are your government name, but who you say you are. So anything that's attached to you and your social still counts, even if it's with your name. So that's the only thing about it, living in this low income stuff. For real, for real. But other than that, it get gravy though. You might look up and find the right apartment that you can live at where the landlord ain't grumpy or got an attitude. Most of the time they be grumpy and have attitudes, or it's shootings going on. Especially in the summertime, wintertime, where I stay at, a shooting can go on any day. I'm talking about a Tuesday night, Thursday morning, Tuesday evening, everything. You feel me? They go crazy, broad daylight. You feel me? So that's what you gotta know about living in low income. Get on Google and see. Check out the area you just moved into and see how it is and what's been going on. And you'll probably see the same thing. Like, okay, yeah, I'm probably is in a low income area, so I need to be figuring out what I'm gonna do. As I live in this low income, what's my next step? What's gonna be the next crib I get? A house that ain't low income, or a apartment that ain't low income. What is it gonna be? So that's how I be, moving with life. I'm for sure I ain't settling for less, and I hope y'all ain't settling for less for 2025. These my 2025 testimonies of living in low income. So it is what it is. I ain't used to be this comfortable with YouTube, but I've been being consistent all year. And we only 6 days in the 2025, so that kind of sound crazy saying I've been being consistent all year, and we only on 6 days, but it's the honest truth. So I hope y'all, in y'all bag, y'all took notes, y'all catching on to how it is, the Section 8 stuff. You feel me? It ain't that easy, but it ain't that good. A lot of people got it made up. I'm giving y'all the honest truth about it. You feel me? So if you living in Section 8, you young, please don't get comfortable with it. Get out there, save as much as money you can. Try to create you a business if you don't got one yet, and you go win. Ain't nothing wrong with living in low income. It's just what comes with it, and I'm gonna keep stretching that out there. Don't ever feel like you in a tight spot. You can get yourself out of that same spot you in. You feel me? All you gotta do is boss up, keep God in your life, and keep going. You feel me? Definitely go to work though. Don't let that stop you. Definitely get up and go to work. Find you a job. Get yourself, a career. Cause it saves you from the streets. Being in the streets, ain't nothing in the streets but trouble. You feel me? So make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell button. These my promo tips of living in low income. It ain't that easy, but it ain't that hard. So figure it out, master your lane. See if you want to live in low income. If you already living in low income, ask yourself how you gonna get out of it. What's your next step? What's your next goal? Can't get comfortable. Can't get comfortable. So you see right there, I got the carpet cleaning machine, you know, the extractor. That's pretty much, you know, what my life is about, you know, as living in low income and why I regret it. Sometimes, not all the time, because, you know, I am grateful for it at the end of the day, but sometimes I just regret it. You can only let it make you or break you, and we ain't go let it break us, you know. We go let it make us, you feel me? Me and my son. But yeah, though, YouTube, I'm out, though. I gotta get back to it and figure out what I'm finna do to get out of this low income. Peace out.